Thank you for tuning into Channel 27 News. All news, most of the time. Today, we will be discussing a very urgent problem that will be affecting all organisms of the Earth, as the ecosystems of the Earth are burned, torn down, and exterminated by either natural causes or independent variables. The biodiversity of the world is greatly impacted. While one may question the true and dangerous effects of low biodiversity, the facts are irrefutable. Reid Carrion wrote in 2012, humans already have converted 43% of the globe's land for agricultural or urban use. With much of the remaining land cross-hatched with roads, the scientific consensus is that human activities also have increased the concentration of carbon dioxide and other gases that cause global warming. Higher CO2 levels have increased ocean acidity, while polluted runoff from cities and chemically fertilized fields has damaged rivers and coastal areas. The cumulative impact of these changes is growing as the human population swells. By 2050, when the population is expected to reach 9.5 billion, we'll have changed well over 50% of the planet's land surface, says Barnowski. At that point, I'd say we would very likely see dramatic changes in the remaining areas that weren't affected directly. Diversity is being destroyed by a few major things: overfishing, hunting, deforestation, limited resources in space, plants and photosynthesized bacteria are wiped out or greatly endangered. Less CO2 is removed from the air. Due to CO2's poisonous effect on humans and other living things, it needs to be removed before we can breathe and survive. The biodiversity of these organisms and members of the global ecosystem are very important to each other. Biodiversity in this world is a huge problem because of two main roadblocks: greed and time. To most people, the money
Make it right, I make it right. Make it rain on them, I make it right. I make it right, I make it rain on them, I make it right. I make it right, I make it rain.
that is earned for illegal animal parts, overfishing, hunting, deforestation, or overfarming are worth the awful effects yet to come. Others are ready and willing to help make sure we don't lose the balance of our ecosystem. But the problem has developed so fast that the time it would take to get things back to normal may already be too late. Let's go to Sam on the field.
Thanks, Saul. I'm here in Africa. As you can see, behind me there are two elephants. These animals are on the endangered species list. If they were to go extinct, the African ecosystem would be greatly affected. While most endangered animals are not illegally hunted or poached, the risk of that is detrimental. It happens because of the greed found in people. Another setback is time, a much less immediate consequence. The time that it would take to solve the problems regarding biodiversity, such as overfarming, may span over many generations. Now back to the elephants.
Here we have a poacher. Watch how his greed and selfishness takes the life of an innocent animal just trying to survive.
Please, kids, feel free to try this at home. Coney, 2012.
Humans' impact on biodiversity has changed the way the world is. The National Wildlife Federation said that tigers have lost 93% of their natural range. Despite conservation efforts, poachers continue to kill tigers for their bones, which are made into tiger bone wine, used in traditional Chinese medicine. Rhinoceroses are killed for their horns, believed to have medicinal value. The increasing wealth of China and Vietnam is driving demand for more tiger bone, says WWF's Lokes. Rhino horn per kilo is more expensive than gold and cocaine.
Thank you, Sam, with that eye-opening on-the-field report. But now we're back here at the studio, and I want to ask the viewer a question. How do you think the world will look like in 36 years, in 2050? How do you think population and the way humanity acts will affect our planet? Welcome to Channel 27 News, where we bring news to you most of the time. 36 years ago, a question was asked to the viewers on how they thought the planet was going to look like in 2050. Well, now I'd like to reflect on that. In the past 36 years, the way humanity has acted hasn't changed in any way, shape, or form. brought the levels of pollution everywhere to be at an all-time high. Also, the number of endangered species and extinct species has never been as high. To report on a story like this really upsets me because it shows me how badly you have taken care of our planet and the organisms that live on it. But it cheers me up to see that the next generation is willing to make a change and inform everyone else. That's why in the next segment for today, we'll have a story that will hopefully warm your hearts. Now here, to inform us more about biodiversity and endangered species, is a group from North Central. Let's roll the video.
Not only are animals at risk, but also marine life and plants are on the list of endangered species.
As the biodiversity of the world falls away, we have to worry about how we as people will live in the world.
3, 2.
One plant called Lignum vitae, or the tree of life, is an endangered plant native to the Colombian area.
The plant is used as remedies for conditions from arthritis to cough to syphilis.
Because of the amazing medicinal uses, we have found an overharvest of the plant.
Deforestation has devastated the plant's natural habitat.
An estimated 50% of all endangered species live in the rainforest.
As the biodiversity of the world is torn apart, humans will be affected. No resources, needed things like oxygen and drinkable water will be at all-time lows.
1.
Freshwater ecosystems are home to more than 100,000 known species of plants and animals, and now are one of the most endangered habitats in the world as a result of human development, pollution, and climate change.
I hope you enjoyed this PSA.
No.
1.
We hope you learned something.
Thanks for watching!
Bonus clip. While one may question the biodiversity